So, this is if then 55, 56 around there. Technically there are over 70, but I got screwed up with the numbers in the beginning, so officially, unofficially, it's 55, 56. And this is swoon worthy. Roll your eyes in the back of your head. Go, oh, or, oh, good God. Oh, sigh. Or whatever you want to call them. Um, Welcome to the D. Louise book series. I'm Christina Kirstina. This is where we read books, talk about books. No special effects, no theme music, none of that fancy smancy stuff going on here. Just some swoon worthy books here. I missed one the other day. I went to go look for it, got sidetracked, and that was the end of it. So the very first book on our list is a picture. The rest of them will be physical books because I just ran around my house and picked them all up. These are books that just go, that, depending on if you're into the romance genre or not. And, the first one's got a naked guy on the cover. So, swoon worthy, fainting worthy, do the old fake faint and fall in his arms situation. Yes, ma'am. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Do you think these are swoon-worthy books? Hmm? Say hello. Say hello. My name is Sandy. Because I've got a sandy face. So how are you today, Miss Sandy? Hmm? So, while we got Miss Sandy here. Oh, I need my glasses back. We've got 10 swoon-worthy pirates. First one. Scandalous Desires, Elizabeth Hoyt, Hoyt, and we'll put the book out. River pirate charming Mickey O'Connor has lifted himself from the depth of the slums to be the king of St. Giles. Anything he wants he gets with one exception, silence. Holingbrook has been haunting his dreams ever since she spent a single night in his bed. That the only true treasure. Once Silence was willing to sacrifice anything to save the man she loved. Now a widow, she finally found peace with charming Mickey comes storming back into her life with an offer she can't refuse. But this time she won't be the only one paying the price for his sins. Whoa. Uh, the Rogue's Pirate Bride, Shanna Galen. Out to avenge the death of his mentor, Bastian discovers himself astonishingly out of the death when confronted with a beautiful young woman who is out for his blood. Naked guy on the cover. British Admiral's daughter Raven Russell believes Bastian responsible for her fiance's death, but once the fiery beauty crosses swords with Bastian, she's not so sure she really wants him to change his wicked ways. Julie Garwood, The Gift. Child bride Sarah Winchester has grown up into a winsome beauty, joyful, anticipating the day when her brother Nathan, Marquis of St. James, would return to claim her heart. Charming, her husband Nathan, Marquis of St. James, would return to reclaim her heart. Charmingly innocent, she dismisses the ancient feud that divided their families and was totally unaware of his past exploits as the notorious pirate. Pagan. Nathan was beguiled by Sarah's sweet, defiant ways. Aboard his ship, she was brave, impetuous, and determined to win his heart completely. Yet, upon their return to England, her love would be sorely tested. Uh, One must dust one's books occasionally. Um, Kenley McGregor, naked guy on the cover. The infamous pirate Blackjack Rays never encountered a ship he could not board or a woman he could not bed, but the dashing brigand may have met his match in the fiery beauty who vowed to bring him to justice. A fearless flame-haired enchantress, Lorelei Dupree, believes she has duty to her fiancé and to the city of Charleston to help end the reign of the notorious Black Jack. But when the bold pirate eludes her carefully set trap, she suddenly finds herself the prisoner of an irresistible criminal they call Master of Seduction. Once trapped in Jack's intoxicating gaze, Lorelei feels herself falling under the handsome rogue's sensuous spell. And now the terror of the high seas faces the one peril he never anticipated. He thought he was stolen so many hearts, he never dreamed he'd meet a woman who could so effortlessly conquer his own. Ah, swoon, swoon. 6.99. Way back when. An unforgettable classic tale of passion, danger, and sensuous seduction. We've got two by this lady. I threw in the extra one. I couldn't help it. It's just naked guy on the cover. I can't read these. She was a jewel among women, brighter than the moon and stars. Her hair shone like newly minted gold, and her skin was as smooth, as iridescent as an exquisite pearl. Her lips were lush and pink, made for kissing and more exotic purposes. She was a pirate's prize, yet he could not so much as touch her. Destined for the harem of a Turkish potentate, Willow wondered whether if she should rejoice or despair when her ship was beset by sinfully handsome pirate. Already she had been probed, prodded, dressed indecently, and sold to the highest bidder. Now it seemed she was a helpless pawn in a power play between two brothers. Fortunately for Willow, neither Abraham nor Dockery realized that a clever woman is never without resources. She certainly had no intention of becoming the sex slave of a sultan. No matter how much he tempted her, she would teach her captor a thing or two before she gave her heart to the pirate prince. Naked guy on the cover. You gotta love it. He's even got a peach. He is missing clothing though. Come on. You gotta enjoy these books. You have to. They have to make you smile. Swoon worthy. Devastated by love's betrayal, neither destroyed by the assassin who took his eye and left him for dead, Guy de Young was reborn as a man with no name, a pirate. His stare was unforgettable. The brilliant gaze enchanted women and struck fear in the hearts of men. Determined to ruin those who kept him from freedom and his heart's only desire, the reckless marauder could have been the devil himself, but the single gleaming silver eye that recalled his past life. When his lost love, Bliss Grenville, fell into his clutches, the handsome buccaneer whisked her off to his island paradise, intent on revenge, but sometime during those endless tropical nights, his lust for vengeance became an uncontrollable desire for the woman herself. Though he had taken her captive, he would not be satisfied until she had given herself freely to him. Oh, come on. You gotta love it. Let's do this one. Virginia Henley, the pirate and the pagan. Wild as a pagan goddess, Lady Summer galloped her stallion along the Cornish coast. She had dabbled in the smuggler's game to save her family estate, but a wealthy marriage would serve her purpose now. Lord Heflid seemed the answer to her reckless plans, but as hot, hungry kisses drew her toward deception and irresistible acts of love, she could not hesitate. Would his arrogant, handsome lord be her ticket to heaven or hell? Camille. She's back again. Do you want to read the books? No. No, I don't want to read the books, Mommy. I don't want to read the books. But a ruthless privateer and King Charles II's confidant, Lord Helford, was a mysterious and dangerous man. Lady Summer's sensual innocence captivated him, but she suddenly appeared at court. He thought she'd be an easy conquest, a willing student of his brazen, skillful desires. But when she managed to steal his heart, he would vow she must admit, obey, and never deceive him. Or by God's tears, he'd tame her not as a gentleman, but as only a pirate could. Ah, come on. You gotta love these. I hope that the pirate lord, a shipload of women, theirs for the taking. Pirate Captain Gideon Horn could not be more delighted. His men are tired of wandering the high seas and want to settle down with wives on the uncharted island paradise they have discovered. And the women are bound to be grateful to be rescued from the life of drudgery awaiting them in New South Wales. Married to pirate Sarah Willis couldn't be more appalled. First, she demands proper courting, at least a month. Darkly handsome pirate lord gives them 2 weeks. Then Sarah insists the men vacate their huts for their women. Gideon requires her kisses in return. As the demands heat up, so do their passion, and soon Sarah can't remember why. She's fighting the devilishly handsome pirate lord. Ah, summer. Lisa Callippus. 1992, apparently. Celia Valoran fears for her life as she stares into the deep, arresting eyes of the dashing man who purchased her from the brigands, who abducted her, but it soon becomes clear that it's her virtue, not her life, that's in danger. The rugged, powerful renegade known only as Griffin arouses desires in Celia as dangerous as they are forbidden, and though she knows she must resist him, she fears she may be unable to do so. But the magnificent adventurer is a man trapped in a perilous deception. The shocking secrets he guards could deny him the love of their captive lady who has enslaved his reckless heart. Only with your love. And she's still going strong today. Oh, my nose, excuse me. So, our two last ladies. If you go back and watch my very, very, very first If Then, it's these two ladies. Um, and I talk about both families extensively. And I love both families extensively. Um, I would probably put the Sinsters as first. If you've not seen my Sinster video, please go check that out. I go through them all. But so Sinsters, Stephanie Lawrence Sinsters is number one. There's over 30 something books in it. And the core books, the core 9 books with the brothers and the 2 girls, the twins. Then they start the Bastion Club. And the people from the first set play backup to the second set. And then these people from both sets play backup to the Black Cobra group. And then everybody plays backup to the Buccaneer group. And once you finish the Buccaneer group, which her writing was 25 stars on the Buccaneer group. Stephanie Lawrence's writing on the Buccaneers was off the charts. Brilliant. These are huge books, and they're all occurring at the exact same time. It took a lot of talent to do 4 books with the same timeline happening at the exact same time. It took a lot of talent. So those books were brilliant. I don't know what happened after those books, but her writing style just tanked. Huge tanked after that. Of course, she's getting older now. But those first bunch, the Sinsters, the Bastion Club, the Black Cobra, and the Buccaneer, you will not read better books anywhere. The second family in my list is these peeps. The third family in my list is these peeps, the Bridgertons, and they are now showing on, I believe, Netflix. They are showing. I have not. I watched the first season, and to me, Miss Whistledown makes the whole season, and that's Julie Andrews reading this stuff. Oh, good God. We have a little. You can't see it. These are up on a wall bookcase. You know, there are 32 bookcases in my house, and then I have those decorative bookcases that don't need any brackets. They're held in by solid mollies, I think. They're just a white shelf. These are up there. So Julia Quinn, the other Miss Bridgerton. Fiercely independent and adventurous, Poppy Bridgerton will only wed a suitor whose intellect and interest match her own. Sadly, none of the fools from London season qualify. While visiting a friend on the Dorset coast, Poppy is pleasantly surprised to discover smugglers tucked away inside a cave, but her delight turns to dismay when 2 pirates kidnap her and take her aboard ship, leaving her bound and gagged in the captain's bed. Known as a reckless privateer, Captain Andrew James Rokesby actually transports essential goods and documents for the British government, sailing on a time-sensitive voyage to Portugal. He is stunned to find a woman waiting for him in his cabin. Surely his imagination is getting the better of him, but no, she is very real, and his duty to the crown means he's stuck with her. Can 2 wrongs make a right? Andrew learns that she is a Bridgerton. He knows he will likely have to wed to avert a scandal. The Poppy has no idea that he is the son of an earl and neighbor to her aristocratic cousins in Kent. On the high seas, the war of words soon gives way to an intoxicating passion. And the final. Sis? Yes. There is no one better than James Mallory. I'm sorry. There is no one. We need to get a naked guy on the cover. Naked guy. Definitely, absolutely naked guy. Because this continues for a couple books. This is a small series. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. She never did anybody else. But the brothers. They're worth it. They are so worth it. They are so worth it. James Mallory. It starts in the previous book. they're in a tavern, and this person tries to get something from James, and he realizes that it was a woman disguised as a boy. And then when he gets on his ship, she stowaways on his ship. She's trying to get back to America, and his ship is headed that way. And her name is Georgina, and he, defying all men, calls her George. Heartsick and desperate to return home to America, Georgina Anderson boards the Maiden Anne disguised as a cabin boy, never dreaming she'll be forced into the intimate servitude at the whims of the ship's irrepressible Captain James Malloy. Now, he knows that she's a girl, and he's just doing this to torture her, plus the fact that he knows she's a girl, but she doesn't know that he knows that she's a girl. The black sheep of a proud and tempestuous family, the handsome ex-pirate once swore no woman alive could entice him into matrimony. But on the high seas his resolve will be weakened by an unrestrained passion and the high-end spirited beauty whose love of freedom and adventure rivals his own. James Mallory is the absolute number one pirate in the world. So you got to check it out. My poor Joanna Lindsay's Mallory's. Those are my three. The Stephanie Lawrence, Joanna Lindsay, Julia Briggerton's, Mary Balo comes in there, Joe Beverly comes in there. See, you know what? Catherine Coulter has the Sherbooks. And Catherine Coulter were doing those FBI books, and she's recently announced that she's stopping the FBI books at 27, and the British series 1, 2, 3, book 6, I believe, and she's going back to writing just Regencies. She wants more nicer books, or cheerier books, or pleasanter books, or whatever to write about. I guess she's going through a phase. So that was If Then. Swoon Worthy Pirates. Whoa! He's so gorgeous. He's so hot. Look in his eyes. And these are the books that, when he touches her fingers or he touches her wrist, she flutters. You're sitting there going, oh, good God. And he kisses her hand and she swoons. You gotta love these books. Have to. They're swoon-worthy. They are so swoon-worthy. Have a good day. Enjoy some of these pirates. They're so much fun.